Hello everybody and welcome to my first Warzone 4 video, which will be going over how to fight in Warzone 4, going over the good and the bad of my gameplay. So let's jump straight into it. So into my first gunfight with my opponent, who thankfully doesn't have any good aim, but I've now knocked him. So what should I be doing here? Is that knowing that his teammates are right behind me, I make the move to go away and not go for a first straight away and get behind cover where I'm able to reorganise and then re-engage in combat. I can get the first safely, utilising my knowledge of right hand peaks from Fortnite. So here I'm in solos and I'm able to take on at least 2 players. This is going to be important, and the reason I can is because of my magazine size. Here I spot a player and I get the first. Now, what I should have done here is I should have moved straight away. Fortunately, my opponent cannot capitalise on this opportunity, so I make the run and get him behind cover. Now, I don't know where my opponent is, but by the looks of things, yep, he's also over there, and so I can get him killed as well, finishing 2 fights very quickly. So here I'm already popping armor plates because I'm going to need them for this next fight. Now, I've now reached the top of the stairs, knowing that there's an opponent there. Right here, I go for a drop shot, which is good. What was my mistake though? Going for armor plates instead of going behind cover. I end up dying, and that immediately costs me. I get 8th place in the match, where I could have maybe gotten a first place. So I've been running for my opponent here, who's pressuring me, but I can't see him at all, and so I'm just shooting absolutely nothing. So I reload. And then I become unpredictable with my movement. I move down, give me an advantage over my opponent as I lap around. My opponent doesn't expect this, and so my crosshair placement isn't the greatest, but I can still get him killed, winning me the fight. And then I immediately go here and pop armor plates, not knowing if my opponent's teammates are coming for me, which in case I'm pretty sure they are. So I'm looting in here in a random place, but my opponent needs revived, and so I realise this a bit later than I probably should have. Now I realise it, I've been shot, and so I immediately move down, and so I go for a drop shot, get my opponent killed. Probably should have went for the first there, and then I go and I revive my teammate, winning the fight, and also being a good team player. Well, let's say you've lost your fight in the Warzone, and now you're in the Gulag. I look at my opponent, and he's probably going to go to the right. So, just to confirm this, I look, and he is going to the right. So I go for a drop shot, and my opponent makes the terrible play of not just shooting his gun, and I win the fight from a drop shot. Now I've landed on these skyscrapers, and I've got no clue that my opponent is right in here. I do know, however, eventually, and go for a drop shot. Now, I move out of the way to make sure that I don't get immediately shot from behind, and then I get the... Here is another example in the Gulag. So, my opponent is probably going to go to the right, but yes he does. So I camp there, and it's that simple. You sometimes just need to camp. Looking at the minimap, I know that my opponent is near, so I go there. I miss all the shots. Here's what I shouldn't have done. I had the advantage there, and I didn't use it, which costed me that fight. And so I was a good teammate. So you need to remember also what not to do, and that's to develop game sense. So I'm looking to see where enemy players could be, and I see myself getting missed. So I go and I have a look. This is good here, but my enemy made a mistake sliding. This has allowed me to then go and get the kill safely. Here I'm rotating from reactor, moving to the next zone. Now I know my opponent's here. Now this is good centering. I've done everything right here. Okay. So what did I do wrong? I wasn't good enough. That's all. And so with that, I would like to thank you all for tuning in to today's Call of Duty Warzone Fighting Masterclass. I hope you all enjoyed. Please remember to subscribe as it helps me out a ton. And so with that, I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.